It is no secret to those who know him. Kevin Edwards has a passion for all things that can fly. Well, all things that are mechanical and can fly. Kevin is the Nevada County Airport Manager, and it is apparent that he loves his job. Kevin, thank you for coming on to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Tell me how you got into your work, how long you've been doing your work, and what's your biggest challenge and your biggest love?
Okay, so I've been in aviation since 1986. I started ripping airplanes apart when I was 13 with my dad a long time ago, and at the age of 17, I joined the Navy, and I was in naval aviation for 20 years. Moved back here with my wife after I retired from the Navy, and ended up getting a job at the county at the airport. Worked there for a little bit of time, and then went to become the VSO at the county.
Okay.
And then the airport manager decided it's my time to retire, and I think you should take a job. So I applied and got it. So it's a great job.
Okay, I cannot imagine, other than flying in an airplane for business and pleasure, I don't have any understanding. I can't imagine what your job entails. What are you doing on a daily basis?
So what I do up at the airport is I have to make sure that the airport is operating safely. We are the only we manage the sale of all the fuel, so we have to make sure all of the fuel is tested appropriately, and we have enough in stock to supply the general aviation aircraft that fly up there year-round, but for 8 months out of the year, CAL FIRE, which is very important with the jet fuel. So.
Super important. Okay, so is our airport, I've never actually been to our county airport. Is it for government planes and city planes and county planes and then private planes as well?
It's open for anybody that wants to use it. It's a public airport, so we've had a lot of transit pilots come through, so they're coming from smaller general aviation airports. A lot of it is for hobbyists, but we also get a lot of charter in. We've had larger net jets, commercial or not commercial service, but charter service that comes through, and that's business. There's a lot of business and a lot of people with good amount of money that can fly in here on those large jets and enjoy our atmosphere that we have here in Nevada County.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so your job as a general manager, right?
Correct.
Is to control the amount of fuel, the takeoffs, the landings, the planning, the tower control? So
what's really unique about our airport is we don't have a tower.
Oh.
It's a pilot-controlled field. So any pilot that's going to come in and land at the airport, they tune into a frequency and they talk on the radio and they deconflict with other pilots coming in or taking off.
Okay, so I have a silly question for you.
Okay.
Is it a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5?
My job is, but the airport is open 24/7, 7 days a week.
So people can just come in and out at their leisure.
Correct.
And it remains accident-free as long as people are communicating correctly, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
For the most part.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what else don't I know about not LAX or not JFK, but a county airport?
So a small general aviation airport like us, we kind of fly under the radar, so to speak, from other bigger airports because it's just, there's just not as much traffic. But without the smaller GA airports, larger airports wouldn't exist because most GA airports are where students fly and they learn how to fly. That's where all your commercial pilots from Delta and American Airlines and all the rest, we're the training grounds for those guys.
Very cool. That was my next question. If somebody wants to get into it, do you have pilot training and certification? So
this is what we've been focusing on for the last few months. At the downtime when we're not doing during fire season, we're working on outreach. So we're trying to get into the school systems and bring a STEM curriculum, aviation STEM curriculum to our youth to try and get them engaged and just on Wednesday, we were at Bear River.
Nice.
And last Friday, we were at NU doing a career day presentation and basically letting them know all the different paths they can take, because there are quite a few in aviation, not just pilots, but mechanics, to air traffic control, to aviation meteorologists. So
amazing.
yeah.
I absolutely love that. I was just saying to my husband the other day, our youngest son is a mountain biker, and he said, I seen his future career as a pilot. He just has that knack and ability, and I'm sure that you can sense that in younger people that are interested in the profession as you're doing outreach and people are reaching out to you.
They are. We had quite the response from both schools, and we have that. There's actually we have a group of younger aviators that just within the last few years got their license, and they're continuing on with getting more ratings. They started this they call it a guerrilla ground school, so you can start wherever you want, and there's seasoned pilots and instructors that show up, and they talk and they teach, share their knowledge.
Beautiful.
Because everybody wants to share their passion and pass the torch on and keep that passion going for aviation, because there is a big demand in the aviation community right now for all things aviation, pilots, mechanics.
Amazing. So do you all have the opportunity to track statistics about how many people you train that end up going into commercial or into military service?
We do track some, because there's also some groups. So there's the Golden Empire Flying Association, is a flying club that's been up here since the early 70s.
Oh, cool.
And they help put on events which raises money for scholarships. And those scholarships are right here in Nevada County, and then ultimately they go on and they get all their certificates, and then they move on and have flying careers.
Amazing. So. It's so cool what you're doing. So thank you so much for your service, and
appreciate it.
I'm so glad that you didn't leave the area, that you kept your institutional and very, very admirable career in the Navy right here in our local backyard, so that we could give back to people that are coming up in the community. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's so nice to meet you, Kevin, and we
too.
look forward to having you back on soon.
Great. Thank you.